Hey! Neno hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. It's a brand new year and I want to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy, prosperous 2026. And I want to make a promise to you. This year, we are going to be ruthless. We are going to focus and we are going to do pure analysis. We will not sugarcoat anything. We are going to say things as they are. In this video today, I want to talk about Wycliffe Oparanya. Because before the new year began, Wycliffe Oparanya made it very clear that he's willing to dump ODM party and unite the Luhya nation around one political party, a new party.
Alijaribu na ameenda akiendelea kujaribu, na kila wakati akikutana na mimi mambo ya Waluhya. Siku moja nikamuuliza, mimi ndio shida? Kwa sababu niko kwa chama ya ODM. Nikasema kama mimi ni shida, niko tayari kutoka kwa chama cha ODM kama deputy party leader wakati huo. Tuje pamoja, tuunde chama kimoja ambayo watu wetu wote wataingia hapo. Sasa hivi tuna Waluhya wawili watatu hivi ambao ni party leaders wa chama. Tuna bwana Wamalwa Eugene DAP, bwana Wetang'ula Fort Kenya, Mheshimiwa Musalia yeye ameingia huko. Hawa ndio party leaders, na Jirongo mwenyewe alikuwa party leaders. Nataka niseme mbele yenu, kama sisi ni shida, mimi niko tayari kutoka kwa chama cha ODM. Nataka niseme wazi hapa, tuungane pamoja, because I know Bwana Orenga anasema sitoki ODM, because I know if we come together we are a sleeping giant in this country. Na sitaki niende kwa mambo mengi kwa sababu watu wameongea hapa mambo ya Jirongo, yale amefanya, alifanyia kila mtu, hata mimi ametufanyia mambo mengi ambayo sitaki kuongea hapa.
And because in politics nothing happens out of mere coincidence, in this video I want us to look at why Oparanya is now willing to form his new political party. But you'll allow me to take you back to October. In October, there were by-elections in the Republic of Kenya. There were by-elections in Malava. There were by-elections in Kasipul, Magarini, Ugunja. But there were also some other two by-elections in the Luhya nation. There was a by-election in Kabuchai, the homeward of Moses Masika Wetang'ula. We all remember the outcome. But there was another by-election in Kakamega, in a place called Kisa. In that by-election, DCP party won. And most people questioned why ODM party did not sponsor a candidate. Let me reveal to you guys the truth of what happened. ODM party attracted a young man, Ayaya Abraham, who was very popular. The guy went to Orange House and he was issued with the certificate. The moment he received the certificate, Wycliffe Oparanya And ODM MPs from Kakamega who are allied to him made life very difficult for Ayaya. They forced Ayaya to drop that ODM ticket because they didn't want ODM to win in Kakamega. And that's how Ayaya was forced to drop that ticket and ended up going to DAP Kenya. The truth is he lost. The truth is he lost to DCP candidate. There was no way DCP candidate would have won. The truth is Oparanya and the group frustrated ODM party. Oparanya is currently a member of the cabinet, courtesy of ODM party. The governor for Kakamega is ODM. Why did they lose that seat? The truth is Oparanya had made his mind long time ago that he was going to quit ODM party. Now, why do you think Oparanya is planning to quit ODM party? That's the most important thing that we need to know. Let me reveal to you guys why. Number one, Oparanya wants to negotiate with William Ruto or whoever will be elected the president himself, like Alfred Mutua. And I know you are going to ask me why that is not happening. Well, we all know that Oparanya was a deputy party leader in ODM party. The moment Oparanya was nominated to the ministry, what's the name of that ministry? He got very angry because Oparanya wanted to become the cabinet secretary for finance. Raila Odinga nominated John Mbadi as the minister for finance. Oparanya, I think, was sent to cooperative, I think. So from that moment up to now, Oparanya is not very happy man, because he believes very strongly that if he had his own party, he would have negotiated. And he's actually giving the case of Alfred Mutua, the case of Mudavadi, the case of Weta, and the case of Kingi. Alfred Mutua negotiated for his own cabinet slot. Remember, Alfred Mutua was the minister for foreign affairs. That was a serious ministry. Kingi negotiated to be the speaker. Weta, speaker. Mudavadi negotiated, is currently the prime cabinet secretary. So he believes that if he can hold he believes that if he can hold Kakamega, then ultimately he will be able to have some MPs through his new party. That party is already formed, don't be cheated. And Boni Halwale has the details of that party. So he wants to negotiate. I don't know whether that's going to succeed. That's number one. Number two, Oparanya is also keen on a party which he, as Wycliffe Oparanya, can control. Let me ask you today. Raila is not there. But do you think Oparanya is in control of ODM party? He can't control anything in ODM party as we speak. Because Oparanya even pushed for the appointment of Godfrey Otsosi as one of the deputy party leaders in ODM party. I can assure you, today, Oparanya is very angry and very bitter with Otsosi because he can't direct Otsosi to do what he wants. For example, he wants Otsosi to fight the governor for Kakamega. Otsosi is not doing that, which means he no longer has control over that party. And because Raila Odinga used to control ODM party, Oparanya believes that if he has a political party, he will be able to control that party. He will be able to dictate the current, the type of arrangements he will have with any other political party. He will be able to determine who becomes what, who is given the ticket, and things like those. But the question is, will it work? I doubt if Oparanya will succeed without Raila Odinga. Number three, there is also the post William Ruto's presidency. Oparanya is currently part of William Ruto's government. He believes that William Ruto is going to be re-elected. Then, immediately William Ruto will be re-elected. Ruto will not now then be eligible to run for the presidency in 2032. So Oparanya is hopeful that with the exit of Ruto and with a few MPs, he can then now come and control Luhya politics because he wants to run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. I don't know who is teaching Oparanya politics. You don't play politics like that. You don't. Because who knew that today, those who voted for William Ruto in 2022 are currently viewing some of us who did not vote for that government as the enemy? Well, it's them. Oparanya should go for some political lessons from Ruto himself, who was betrayed by Uhuru, or Uhuru himself, who felt that he was betrayed by Ruto. But there's a latest case of Wamunyoro. Oparanya should get time with Wamunyoro and learn. And number 4, Oparanya wants to become the Luya kingpin. He can only come. Number 4, Oparanya wants to become the Luya kingpin. He can only become the Luya kingpin if, number 1, he has a party, number 2, he has MPs, and number 4, if he's controlling the elders. So the first step for him is to form party. Then after the next election, he will be able to know if I succeeded in Kakamega, yes. If I succeeded in in Busia, yes. If I succeeded in Bungoma, yes. If he won't succeed, that would be a dream in the drain. So he wants to become the next Luya kingpin. For him to succeed, he must have a political party. And lastly, the Kakamega gubernatorial seat. And this is the honest truth. Oparanya campaigned for the current governor, but he believed that he was still going to control that governor, Barasa. Barasa has refused to be controlled. And that's where the problem is. So he wants to form his party, sponsor a candidate who is going to be Boni Halwale in Kakamega, win that seat, and then now he will be able to control Kakamega. In fact, not even Boni Halwale. Oparanya is a very interesting politician. Let me take you back to 2017. In 2017, ODM lost in Kakamega most of the MPs because Oparanya, as the governor who was running second term, decided to pick his cronies and gave them the ODM tickets. They lost. In 2022, what ODM did, they simply reached out to those MPs who were previously in ODM but were frustrated by Oparanya. They were elected on ANC, and then they gave them the ticket. And that's how ODM party ended up with the majority of Kakamega MPs in the current parliament. The truth is, Oparanya wants to control that politics. And that's why he's even pushing for Elsie, someone who served in his cabinet, to become the next governor of Kakamega. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.